We are officially in Juneau, which is really cool. This is what I would say, hopefully, is the highlight of the entire week here for Alaskan cruise. This is our most intense day, starting at 6 o'clock in the morning, even before that, 5 o'clock in the morning, an excursion that lasted about 6 hours. And we also have another excursion here that sets off at 3:30, 5 hours long. We will be some of the last people to get on the ship. So should be really great. Let's go have an awesome time here in Juneau. We started this adventure almost a week ago from Seattle, Washington, sailing north up the Alaskan coast with hopes of seeing eagles, whales, and bears. But today is our final port of call, which is technically a twofer. And these excursions today are not to be missed, and while they may not be full of thrill and excitement per se, they will literally take your breath away. Now, what I will say is what's important is that if you're interested in today's video and these excursions that we're doing, it's important to know that not all Alaskan sailings will do this same itinerary. And so that's why it's so important to book your vacation with someone like Old Gal Getaways. They make sure that you can get the exact itinerary that you're looking for. So let's get started, because this is by far our highlight from this entire cruise.
What day is it? 5.
Well, it's Tuesday.
Day 5.
Day 5. Wow. This is going fast. Today is day 5. We are at Juneau, or will be at Juneau. This morning we have the Endicott Fjord and Glacier Explorer excursion. Endicott Arm Fjord and Glacier Explorer excursion. So we're basically going to be getting on a little catamaran boat off the side of the ship and then getting up much closer to the glacier. So it is a very long excursion. We will be on this boat for probably about 6 hours. And then we will redock at the ship in Juneau and basically walk through the ship and out into Juneau. Oh my God.
What'd you say?
There's a whale. Oh, Todd.
Like most excursions purchased through the cruise line, you will have a designated meeting place, and when it's time to disembark, you are escorted to the gangway. And boarding this smaller vessel is very similar to a tender you might experience in port, but with little motion, which was really nice and very easy to get onto. And the ship that we boarded had 3 different levels. We had a bottom. Oh, there's a step right there. We had a middle, and we had the upper deck viewing area. And we all decided to wait on the middle deck area since it was right by the door and obviously just steps outside, so that we could get out and really get to see all of this beautiful scenery around us. I mean, it's just gorgeous.
Holy crap. Well, here it comes.
Yeah, look at that, right?
Oh man. Holy crap.
You said that.
We said goodbye to the Ovation of the seas and started making our way closer to the glacier. And once we arrived to our viewing area, the upper deck was open for our viewing, which is just so spectacular.
We made it onto our little boat, and we are making our way up to the glacier. You can see it back there. This boat ride's a little bit chilly, so if you do this excursion, make sure you bring very warm clothes. I'm actually doing okay. My face is cold and my hands are cold, but that's because they're exposed. The rest of me feels fine. But the views out here are amazing. There's pieces of ice out in the water. This is so cool.
This is a Glacierita, and it's made with ice from the glacier, which is really cool. It was about $8, and they accept cash or cards downstairs, which is really cool. And they also have some little snacks that you can buy as well. This excursion was just
stunning. I mean, from the views to the sips to the memories made with so many friends, it was just awesome and something that I don't think that we could ever forget. And I'm so thankful that, you know, we were able to just kind of document the day as it went while we were here. And after what seemed like almost 2 hours here at the Glacier, kind of doing spins and circles, we began to make our way to Juneau. But let me tell you something, the fun and excitement did not stop there.
Officially in Juneau here. We just got back on our excursion from this morning, which was absolutely amazing. If you can do it, you should do it. We just ate lunch and we're actually in the port. So this is the first time that we've actually set foot on land today here in Juneau. And this is only halfway through the day. So I've been up since about 4 o'clock in the morning. It's currently 2:30 and we still have a whole nother 5-hour excursion to go. So because of that, we're actually going to just kind of walk around in Juneau here at the port a little bit because, like I was saying, we're not going to get to go and explore after our excursion today because it is so long. So essentially all aboard is 8 or 8:30. Our excursion is going to end right at all aboard time. So we might be cutting it close, but we're going to go walk around right now and see some stuff. Maybe buy a sticker or a shirt or an ornament. I don't know, but let's go.
Where should we go? That way or?
I was thinking maybe right, but we can go whichever way you want to go.
I don't know what way to go. I'm surprised.
Owned by an Alaskan family. We can go on this one.
Yeah, but I don't see any like shirts or we're just, I guess we.
Once we finished walking about the city of Juneau, we made our way to the meeting location for our next tour. We were transported via bus to this marina where we would start our whale watching tour. And after a short safety briefing, we boarded the boat and started our way out into the bay. Now this boat is a little smaller. It does get a little choppy, so if you're at motion sickness, you might want to take something before you start this tour. Now what's really cool is that our guides gave us some background information on the whales and passed around some diagrams and some other things for us to really get to learn a little bit more about the whales, which was just really cool. And once we made it out pretty far, we had passed a few whales on the way and we weren't really sure why they weren't stopping for us to see the whales, but it soon became very, very clear why they were purposefully passing by, you know, 1 or 2 whales as we made our way out, because we saw the most amazing thing that most people never get to see. And so this phenomenon that we got to watch was called bubble net feeding. And humpback whales are highly intelligent and they use a complex feeding technique known as this. And it's just crazy. This is how they catch krill and fish. And basically the whales will group together and they create these nets almost by blowing bubbles through their nose basically. And encircles their prey, and then they swim down to the bottom and they come up and they open up their mouths, and that's how they capture them. And it's really rare to see. Whether our tour guide was lying to us or not, you know, they said this was the first time that they had seen this all season long, and many of the tour guides almost never see this kind of stuff. So it's really, really amazing, and just, you know, what an awesome way to end this amazing trip that we've had so far. It was just breathtaking. The final part of our tour was a hike through the Alaskan rainforest here in Juneau, and this is a temperate rainforest, so it's very different than something that you may have seen anywhere else before. And it was great to see this, but also quite uneventful as far as seeing any wildlife goes, because as you can see, there were some kids, and kids were being kids. You know, they were asking a lot of questions and doing a lot of talking, which isn't usually very great for wildlife. But all in all, it was still kind of nice to get to see something that is very, very different. The hike was fairly easy to traverse, and really anyone who's able to walk can certainly do this excursion. Our guide really stopped to explain a lot of different things, from how wildlife eat certain plants out there to seeing and explaining what different trees or plants were while we were doing the walk. And the whole thing ended with a view of Mendenhall Glacier, which we were really hoping to get a better view than this one. But you know, it's worth noting that this was the first time during our entire trip that we actually even saw rain. So we were super fortunate to have a week with great weather and almost no motion whatsoever while sailing. If you enjoyed this series, be sure to comment below what you thought was awesome, and let us know if you're planning to take a cruise to Alaska. And if you are, make sure that you're using Gold Guide Getaways to plan that next majestic trip, because all the itineraries aren't the same, and they can be very, very different. So with that, thanks for watching, everybody, and we will see you all in the next one.